Welcome everyone. This is a demo class for the 16-week full stack engineering program that we are conducting here in academics. So about myself, I will be the lead instructor for this course. My name is Shashank Gunchikar. I bring in about 20 plus years of experience in IT industry. My skill set includes full stack development, microservices, cloud architecture, AWS, DevOps, and I am certified in cloud and Kubernetes. So before getting into the actual presentation, let's do a quick survey on what the current industry is demanding. As you can see, I just went into LinkedIn and searched for full stack development, trying to see randomly what the industry is expecting in the current market situation. As you can see, there are about few skill sets that have been asked very regularly. For example, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, MongoDB. Right? Let me pick up another job posting randomly, right? And you can do it on your own also, right? It doesn't matter. So look at this. We have picked it some randomly. Front and back end technologies have been asked. In that, predominantly React, JavaScript, databases. Right? Let me try to see randomly again. Go and try to pick one more job posting somewhere from page 7 or page 8, and try to click here what it is asking for. Look at the skill sets that have been asked here. React, TypeScript or MongoDB. Then you sometimes you're asked on DevOps. And then in addition to that, you are also asked on cloud skills. So to summarize, this is where we stand. So as we have seen earlier, most of the job postings that we are seeing broadly lies into these categories. For a full stack developer, the skill sets that have been asked are you should be good in DevOps. Then you have been asked, are you good in HTML, JavaScript, React? One backend technology like Python, which is becoming very, very important skill set to add these days because of the advent of AI. Then front end framework, predominantly React has been asked. Then do you know databases? Can you work with SQL, NoSQL, MongoDB? And cloud. What we are anticipating in addition to this is there are few job postings that we can expect in the coming 2 to 3 months, which also ask, have you done any projects in AI? So if you have this skill set that is from here till here, right, your resume will stand out. And the probability of your resume getting shortlisted becomes very, very high if you have the skill sets under your belt. This is what you will be learning as a part of this course. We will start our Git fundamentals on week 1. Then we'll move into learning fundamentals of HTML and CSS in week 2. Then we'll understand the basics of Python programming. So from week 1 to week 4, you can think of we'll be adding the basics for our journey. Then week 5, 6, 7, 8, what we'll be doing is we'll be learning fundamentals of JavaScript, then implementing a project in React. The project that we'll be implementing as a part of this curriculum will be this one. As you can see, this is something like a professional production grade application that you'll be building. So predominantly, we will be focusing on how to build such kind of front end, integrate it with an existing backend APIs, and how do we build it. So this is something that we'll be learning for a period of 4 weeks. And all the students will be posting their projects that are completed into Netlify, making sure that they have something to show to their potential employers down the line. So that is the reason we make sure that whatever projects that we complete, we make sure that we actually get it deployed into cloud. This is what we'll be doing it for the front end projects, also the back end projects. And as a matter of fact, for the most of the projects that we'll be doing, it will be deployed live so that they are available for everyone to. So let me quickly show you another demo where we'll be implementing. This is the second project that we'll be implementing as a part of this course. So what will happen here is the architecture at a very high level is something like this. We'll be having a front end and we'll be having the back end, and then there will be few databases. It could be NoSQL, then vector database, and then we have integration with the ChatGPT API. The response will come to the back end, and then it will come to the front end. So this is the total architecture for the project that we are going to implement, a very high level architecture. To show you a demo, this is how the system will work, right? So what I'm doing is I'm initializing the system over here. It's a RAG-based system, which is called as retrieval augmented generation. And what I'm doing is, if I click on process documents, what it will do is, it will actually make a note of all the documents that have been posted over here. So I have added about 4 documents here. It is just 4, you can add thousands of documents. So the use case is, suppose you have about 10,000 documents with you, or a big textbook, or around hundreds of textbook, and you want to refer to them for while you are preparing for the examination, or you're building some application where it looks into those document and gives the answer intelligently. So to give a demo, for example, let's look into this. There is a mention that there is one dashboard for this product, and it takes about 6 hours for it to refresh, right? And suppose I go to the front end, and since the documents are processed, I ask this chatbot the question: how often does dashboard updates update happen? So now it will understand the context, and it will check the data that are available, and it will give an answer saying that it takes about 6 hours to automatically update. Okay, so this is a quick demo. Also, there is one more point that I want to make clear here in terms of the complexity of the projects. Though the projects are complex, that is needed so that you have a depth of understanding of what is being taught. But the way we actually structure is, we will always start from basics. We'll make sure that the basics are covered perfectly. We assume zero coding knowledge and zero experience when we start this particular course. And the second part is, whatever code that we write will be written line by line, and a complete explanation for that will be given. So let me quickly show you how the typical class will happen. So whenever we are actually working on a particular day, the way we will do is, we will start by step by step. So we will get into the open up the code editor, and then we will start writing our code like this. So I will be typing each line of code, explaining what this particular code does, and then after explaining it completely, we will go to the next line of code. Explain this particular line of code, what it will be doing, and then go to the next line of code. So this will be our typical structure in which we will understand how to write code line by line. That is part one of it. And in addition to that, we will go to our whiteboarding. We will understand what that particular code is doing, what is that concept, how that gets integrated into the entire project line by line. Post explaining this, we will help you to code it, along with there will be a mentor support that will be available, and mentor along with me will help you out in practicing writing this particular code on a daily basis. So at a big picture, you'll be writing about 300 to 500 lines of code per week, but we will incrementally increase the complexity. Maybe first few weeks you'll be writing maybe 100 lines of code, that is about 20 per day. As you get the practice, maybe after 1.5 month, you will get the practice of writing code, and that time we will increase the speed and increase a little bit of code quantity, maybe from 20 to increase it to maybe 30, 40 lines of code. But again, each line of the code will be written and it will be explained line by line. So that is how we are actually taking this particular structure for this particular course. So to summarize, this is what you can expect from this particular course. You will have a line by line execution of the code, and it will be explained and taught to you line by line. The projects that you'll be doing will be at cutting edge, which are in demand currently, whether it is in terms of DevOps or your development projects or your AI related projects. And you will have a continuous mentor support to help you throughout the 16-week journey, line by line, step by step. Hope this demo was helpful for you and it helped you clear out the doubts that you had. If you still have any specific doubts that needs clarification, please feel free to get in touch with us. We are more than happy to clarify your doubts and see you soon. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for your time and have a good day. Bye.